Right. Kunal Shah, Senior Technical Derivative Analyst of LKP as well joins in. Kunal, what an afternoon. It looks so fatigued in the early part of this week, and suddenly come Friday, come earnings, and the Nifty makes an all-time new high. At 21,900, would you be brave enough to initiate a fresh long and go into the weekend?
I think definitely, even at the current levels, fresh longs can be initiated. 22,000 is now just a number. You will be getting that number in the next 1 to 2 days. Overall, I'm looking for 22,200 on the upside for the Nifty index. We have been consolidating in a broad range since the last 1 week or so. 21,500 was the support and 21,750 was the resistance. Today, finally, we broke out from that sideways trend and we got a breakout with volumes. So I think definitely we are going to head towards 22,200 going forward. So one can initiate long positions even from the current levels.
Kunal, I'm going to quickly come back to banking in a minute because there's enough euphoria there too. But Infosys, and that is the stock of the day, saw a gap up of 5%, trades the gain of 8% right now. How does this one look on the charts for fresh calls?
I think definitely we have seen a massive underperformance by the IT space. And now finally we are seeing a good run up in the entire space as well. In fact, the large caps and also the mid caps are looking very good. Particularly talking about NP, yes, the stock has given us a fresh breakout on the technical charts. Even on the weekly and the monthly time frame, the stock has surpassed its previous 3 weeks high as well. So I think definitely any dip what you get already, the stock in today's trading session is up by 7%. So if you get any dip toward that mark of 1600, 1590, that could be an ideal zone to initiate long positions, keeping a stop loss of 1560 on the downside and looking for targets of 1650 to 1670 on the upside.
Right, and Kunal, your view on TCS as well, because that one's been buzzing all day as well.
So I think both Infosys and TCS both looks very attractive at the current level. In fact, the chart pattern structure for both TCS and Infosys is like an identical pattern. TCS almost about to get to that 4,000 mark. So I think TCS also remains a buy from the current levels only. Now 3,800 continues to be a strong support. On the upside, immediate targets would be 4,000, and above that, if it sustains, then we'll see 4,200 coming for TCS.
Right, we did catch up with the management. Kunal, it's 3 o'clock. How are you feeling about trades? Any top picks that you could recommend to our viewers?
I think one stock I would like to recommend from here is the oil and gas space. I think they have been doing very well, and the momentum is starting to build up over here. So I think ONGC looks very good on the oil and gas space. I think a fresh high has been made over here. It has been trading in a strong uptrend. In fact, in today's trading session, we have seen a volume-based breakout as well. So I think 223 is where currently the stock is trading, 223. One can look for an upside target of 230 on a minimum perspective. And on the lower end, the stop loss for it will be 219. So even if you get any dip in ONGC, utilize that to buy.
Right, thank you so much. We'll come back to you, of course, but
Kunal, how are you feeling about banking? I mean, it's come through very strongly. It wasn't expected. There was enough and more resistance at high levels on Bank Nifty, but 47, actually it's even off the day's high point, but still not looking bad. It did well and it fell again, and a little bit of up move now. At 47,600, would you go long Bank Nifty for the Jan series?
Yeah, I think looking at the overall structure, Bank Nifty still remains in a broader range. 48,000 still continues to be a resistance for Bank Nifty. On the lower end, 46,900 is a support. Now you can look at Bank Nifty at least showing some pullback, but HDFC Bank, which has the highest weightage in the Bank Nifty index, is again going on the lower end. So for me, if Bank Nifty has to turn around, it has to cross 48,000 decisively. Then you will see the real short covering coming in. Probably that might take Bank Nifty even to the levels of 50,000. As you mentioned, if Nifty has to go toward that 22,000 mark and surpass it, Bank Nifty has to start contributing to that. So definitely from the current levels, the risk to reward ratio does favor on the long side. 47,000 continues to be a strong support. Till the time we hold these support zones, we continue to be bullish. 48,000 is the first hurdle. Once that is taken out, then you can add more long positions for target of 50,000 on the upside.
right, those are near-term targets given the valuations. But let me take it to Kunal. Kunal, on charts, how do you look at Avenue? Does it look interesting? How do you look at what are the charts telling you?
Yeah, I think if we look at the chart perspective, the stock has entered into a clear-cut downtrend. There was a breakdown which was given by DMart from the levels of 3950. Once that is taken out, we have seen a level of 3800 on the downside. So if you get any pullback into the stock, I think that could be an ideal opportunity where you can exit your long positions. Probably 3900, 950 is the zone, which is the resistance where you will get a good opportunity to exit. So if any bounce in the stock, utilize that to exit your long position.
Right.
Kunal, you want to come in on your real estate picks? Anything you like here? Today is a bit of a quiet afternoon, but some of those names have been raging in the last couple of weeks.
I think reality as a space have been a massive outperformer, and I think there will be selective counters which will be doing quite well going forward. One stock which still looks very attractive to me is overall reality. The stock on the technical chart has been trading in a strong uptrend. We have seen the stock surpassing its previous week high as well. So I think from the current levels, even if I talk about overall reality, at least I look for targets of 1700 to 1750 on the upside. So 1540 is where currently it is trading. Any dip when you get into the stock, utilize that to buy. 1450 is the stop loss on the downside.
It's a buy call coming on Oberoi Realty. Pardon me, the index, it's at a record high, is actually up 2% on the Realty pack. We've got about 6-7 minutes to go as we start wrapping up trade. Kunal, you want to give us your buy today, sell tomorrow, to sell Monday strategies?
The first thing what I would like to highlight over here in today's trading session is the PSU bank space. That is where we have seen the entire space have been buzzing. A fresh momentum has been picked up in the entire space. I think this will continue to do well for the next 1 week or so. Out of that, the fresh breakout of what we have got over here is in Bank of India. The stock has given a trendline breakout on the daily chart with volumes. 120 was the hurdle for the stock, what it surpassed, and from there onwards, we have seen a continuous buying. So I think keeping that as a stop loss on the downside, one can pay for long side, looking for targets of 140 to 150 on the upside in the very near term. So Bank of India is something which is looking very good. Second space, which is looking very attractive, is the IT space, specifically the mid-cap IT. So that is where the focus is. Mid-cap IT could continue its momentum going forward. From that pack, my top pick over here would be Sonata Software. Absolutely, the trend for the stock is very strong. Even in today's trading session, we have seen a fresh breakout with volume-based buying. So I think this could again continue to make a new high as well going forward. 750, 740 is where currently the stock is trading. One can initiate long positions at the current levels, keeping a stop loss of 720, looking for a target of 800 on the upside.
Right, Bank of India, Sonata Software, those are the couple of two picks that Kunal has.
Kunal, 2-3 stocks in the mid-cap universe that have moved up in the last hour of trade. One is Alembic, you've got Birlasoft and ONGC as well. Any trades on these ones? Any sort of breakouts that you're seeing on either Alembic or Birlasoft or even ONGC for that matter?
I think ONGC is what we discussed on the show as well earlier. I think T20, 223 somewhere we suggested a buy. I think the momentum is still intact, a fresh breakout which have got in the stock. So 230 is what I'm expecting. So continue riding ONGC. Oil and gas as a space is looking very good. Specifically, ONGC has given a very good breakout. So 230 is an immediate target what I look for ONGC.
Right. With that, we are completely out of time on this edition of India Market Close. I wish to thank both our guests for all of their views. Thank you, gentlemen. But for now, from Samina, myself, everyone who puts the show together, happy weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to NDTV Profit. We'll keep you updated.